half, 5 years warning people about Donald Trump. I had a failure of imagination. I'll be the first to admit it. I never imagined it could get this bad, that we would actually have the Capitol stormed and we would have Capitol Hill police officers overwhelmed and law enforcement agencies sitting on their hands and not repelling these riots, this insurrection, this attempt at treason. What does justice look like for every person on the Capitol grounds that had participated in this? What does justice look like for Rudy Giuliani? What does justice look like for Don Jr.? What does justice look like for Donald J. Trump?
Having me this morning, I think that justice needs to come swiftly to these people. I think the folks that were engaged in the violence on Capitol Hill, the folks that entered that building with the intent, and let's not fool ourselves. We've heard it now on tape. We've seen it now in their social media statements. We've heard it from the people that have sent around their Facebook posts and said, "I'm going to D.C. to put a bullet in Nancy Pelosi. I'm going to go to D.C. to hang Mike Pence." These people are now a domestic terrorist institution. They deserve to be treated as such. But, you know, every teenage kid outside of Raqqa, you don't want to drone strike every single one of them, but you do want to get their leaders. And right now, we need a political and legal drone strike on the leaders of this seditious conspiracy. We need to go after these folks. Rudy Giuliani, my old boss, is responsible. Don Jr. is responsible. The media institutions that cheerled this thing are responsible. Roger Stone is responsible. Ali Akbar is responsible. These people need to be held to account. You've got these guys bragging. Turning Point USA was bragging yesterday. They had 80 buses coming to D.C. to take back Washington. These people are engaged in a seditious conspiracy against this country. They need to be held accountable, one and all. The other thing, Joe, that I think is very important here is that go ahead.
No, you go.
Is vitally important here is that the excuse machine, the playing of the refs that's going on right now with Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz and Ron Johnson and Marco Rubio saying, "Oh, this is awful. How terrible. We never saw this coming." BS. If those people had succeeded in killing someone in the House or the Senate, by now they would have already started to make excuses. Oh, well, economic anxiety is so bad. And liberal media bias, they had to do something about it. You know, these people were on that floor that morning. Josh Hawley in particular, Ted Cruz in particular, they were basically calling those people to action as well. They need to be held accountable.